Have you ever noticed that inside the same house, with the same people, the same routine, and the same care, your dog still chooses one person? And it's always that same person? Most owners assume it's just preference or coincidence. But here's the thing. It's not. That choice is happening on a much deeper level than most people realize. Your dog isn't just living with you. He's constantly observing you. Your behavior, your energy, your rhythm, the way you move, the way you react. And without you even noticing, he's forming a very clear perception of who you are. But this is where everything changes. Your dog doesn't experience love the way you do. It's not about who buys toys, who feeds him, or even who plays with him the most. Those things create stimulation, but they don't define connection. What truly defines who your dog chooses is something much quieter. It's how he feels around you. And that feeling doesn't come from big actions. It comes from patterns. Dogs are experts at recognizing patterns. They pay attention to how you enter a room, the tone of your voice, the way you move through space, how you react when you're not even trying to interact with them. If you're someone who changes all the time, sometimes present, sometimes distant, sometimes calm, sometimes impatient, your dog's brain struggles to predict you. And for a dog, not being able to predict someone means one thing: uncertainty. Now, when there's someone in the house who is more consistent, more stable, more predictable, something different happens. Your dog's nervous system begins to relax around that person. His breathing slows down. His body softens. His behavior becomes calmer. And this isn't a conscious choice. It's a biological response. Studies show that when a dog interacts with someone they feel strongly bonded to, there's an increase in oxytocin, the hormone linked to trust and connection. But this doesn't happen with everyone. It happens with that one specific person. And here's the detail that changes everything. The favorite person isn't always the one who interacts the most. It's not always the one who plays the most. Many times, it's simply the one who brings the most stability, the one who doesn't need to demand attention, the one who just exists in a consistent, predictable way. And this explains something many people have seen but never understood. That moment when a dog ignores someone overly excited trying to play and instead chooses to lie down next to someone quiet on the couch. It's not rejection, it's regulation, but it goes even deeper. Because beyond predictability, there's another factor that plays a huge role in this choice: the quality of your presence. It's not about being around. It's about how you are when you're around. If you're distracted, on your phone, interacting automatically, your dog notices. But when you are truly present, even for a few minutes, that creates a much stronger impact. And here's something most people never realize. It's not the amount of time you spend with your dog that matters. It's the quality of that time. A short moment with full presence can build more connection than hours of distracted coexistence. But there's another point almost no one pays attention to: how you respond to your dog's signals. Because connection isn't just about what you do. It's about how you respond. When your dog approaches you, looks at you, seeks contact, your response in that exact moment is shaping the relationship. If your responses are inconsistent, sometimes yes, sometimes no, that creates uncertainty. But when your responses are predictable, calm, and aligned, that builds trust. And over time, that trust becomes preference. And this starts to show up in the quietest moments of the day. When there's no food, no play, no stimulation, where does your dog go? Who does he choose to stay near? That choice is one of the most honest things he does. Because there's no reward involved, only connection. And here's a key detail. Your dog doesn't choose just the person. He chooses the emotional state that person represents. If someone brings calm, stability, presence, your dog associates that person with safety. Now, someone who constantly brings excitement may be associated with fun, but not necessarily comfort. And this creates a very clear distinction. Your dog may go to one person to play and another to rest, and most people never notice this. But there's an even more subtle factor influencing all of this: timing. The exact moment you respond to your dog. Small things like eye contact matter more than you think. When your dog looks at you and you respond at the right moment, that creates connection. When the response comes too late, the moment is gone. And this happens dozens of times a day. Over time, your dog adjusts his behavior based on this. He starts directing more attention toward the person who responds better, who is more in sync with him. And this shapes the relationship without anyone realizing it. But it's not just about eye contact. This shows up in touch, in how you start or end interactions, in how you react when your dog makes a mistake. If your reactions are intense, unpredictable, filled with tension, that creates instability. But when your responses are calm and consistent, trust remains intact. Because your dog doesn't need perfection. He needs to understand you. And this connects to something even deeper, the way you occupy space. Some people enter a room and change everything. Others enter, and nothing becomes chaotic. The environment stays stable. Your dog feels that instantly. And over time, he starts to prefer the person who maintains balance. Now put all of this together: presence, consistency, timing, predictability, respect. None of these things work alone. They form a pattern. And that pattern is exactly what your dog uses to decide who he feels best with. And that choice starts to show in small behaviors. The way he lies next to someone. The way his body relaxes. The way he falls into deep sleep near a specific person. That's not random. That's trust. Even the way he reacts in uncertain moments reveals everything. When something unfamiliar happens, who does he look at first? That look reveals who he sees as a reference. And maybe this is the most important point of all. Your dog doesn't choose who he loves the most. He chooses who makes his world make sense. Someone he can read. Someone he can predict. Someone who doesn't confuse him. Because for your dog, love isn't intensity. It's clarity. It's being able to relax next to someone without staying on alert. And when he finds that in someone, he doesn't have to think. He simply chooses, every single day. In the small moments, in the silence. And when you understand this, you stop trying to be chosen, and you start becoming someone who makes sense to him. And when that happens, the choice is no longer a mystery. It becomes inevitable.